Now that you're comfortable with one-dimensional unit conversions, let's look at how we handle unit conversions using the factor label method, but for multiple dimensions. So for example, cubic meters to centimeters. So the first thing that we need to realize here is what a cubic meter represents. So a cubic meter would be a cube, as you can see here, 1 meter by 1 meter by 1 meter. Okay, now rather than just thinking about, okay, well, to go from meters to centimeters, there's 1 meter to 100 centimeters, I need to realize that there's 100 centimeters in each direction, so length and width and height. So even though 1 cubic meter is 1 times 1 times 1 for 1 meter cubed, it's really 100 times 100 times 100 in terms of centimeters. So in order to handle this unit conversion, I actually need to convert in all three dimensions. So I not only multiply the 12 cubic meters by 100 centimeters over 1 meter, I then cube that conversion factor. Look at it another way here. We can take 12 cubic meters, and I'm going to convert to cubic centimeters. I actually am going to convert all three dimensions, let's say, separately right now. So I'll set up three conversion factors that will take me from 1 meter to 100 centimeters, and meters to centimeters, and meters to centimeters. Each time I move through this calculation, I divide off one of the powers on meters. I then am left with centimeters times centimeters times centimeters, which leaves cubic centimeters. So I take 12 and multiply by 100, multiply by 100, and multiply by 100 again. This leaves me with 1.2 times 10 to the power of 7 cubic centimeters. Let's try another one. Same idea, but now let's look at the prefix table. So let's convert 32.1 cubic decimeters into cubic nanometers. So find decimeters on your prefix table. You can see that it's 10 to the power of -1. Find nanometers. This is 10 to the power of -9. So the difference in these two powers is 10 to the power of 8. What this means is that for every 1 decimeter, there's 10 to the power of 8 nanometers. So there's my conversion factor between decimeters and nanometers. Set up a conversion problem just as we've done. I'm going to need to convert in all three dimensions. So this is 32.1 cubic decimeters. Then I'm going to have to set up three separate conversions, in which case I take decimeters to nanometers, decimeters to nanometers, decimeters to nanometers. Now if I actually go and put my numbers in, right, I can see that my units work. So nanometers times nanometers times nanometers must be cubic nanometers. 10 to the 8 over 1, 10 to the 8 over 1, 10 to the 8 over 1. So as long as I carry out my multiplication correctly, I should come away with 3.21 times 10 to the power of 25.